Hey everyone, Graham here at Rock on the Range with John Baizley, Baroness. Thank you so much for your time, man.
Yeah.
Always appreciate it.
I'm super psyched to be here.
Awesome. So, you're just telling me that you've recently acquired a vocal coach after having some voice issues during the early days of the Purple album cycle. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll preface this by saying that I don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about what's going to be good for me, a good idea for me to do, and a bad idea for me to do
Sure.
at the time that I'm doing things.
Yes.
And that's led me into an entire lifespan worth of difficulties, and you should think twice. I don't. It's just It's fine. I know this about myself.
All right.
However, I do tour quite frequently. I have to play a lot of shows, and there's nothing that makes me more upset than when I can't use the instruments that I have at my disposal in the way that I know that I'm capable of using. You know what I mean? Okay. So after we played this show at St. Vitus that you just mentioned to me, and I was shot. I was doing everything. I mean, that's still giving 100%. It's just 100% of something that's damaging, and it's getting worse and worse as it goes on. After that show, I decided that I had the thought, why don't I treat this instrument with the same care and attention that I treat the guitar?
I've been looking forward to a new Baroness record ever since Purple.
Me
It's
too.
been like 2.5 years.
Too long.
Lineup change.
Yes.
Are there plans?
Yes, there are definitely plans.
There are plans?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're kind of in like a as soon as possible type of situation right now.
Okay,
we
so-
have a record
Written? Recorded?
and it's somewhere in there.
In the
It's somewhere
ether?
in that. It's somewhere in that ether.
Nice.
And
Cool.
I think we're all really, genuinely excited to see it come out, so that we can start touring again with the full weight and conviction of our live energy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's not to diminish anything that we're doing right now. It's just that we've gotten to that point where I think we know our songs pretty well,
Yeah.
and it's not. I'd like it to be more difficult. I want some new challenges. I want to get out there and I want to make some mistakes,
Sure,
and not
sure.
admonish myself for making a mistake on a song I played 1,000 times. I want to play a song the second time and be like, oh boy, that didn't work.
100%.
Yeah.
So, no, haven't been to the studio yet. It's just been kind of ideas floating
No,
around.
I've been in the studio.
You've been in the studio. Wow. So is it recorded? Is it done?
Those are two questions. The answer
Is
to
it
one
recorded?
of them is yes.
Wow. Okay. So what process are we in? Mixing, mastering?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to ask, what's the color?
Is it a color?
It's got to be.
Does it? I feel like I've spent a
Technically,
lot
no.
of time talking about how it's not going to be a color.
We are. Have you? So
Yeah.
it's not a color. I didn't know this. So I apologize if I'm out of the loop here.
Well, I don't know. I'm being vague again with you.
You are being vague. But that's okay. Have you started working on the album artwork for it?
I have.
Yeah?
So that's a
would like-
finite clue.
Okay.
I've started working on the artwork, which means something exists.
So-
yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit about the artwork? No. Damn it. Trying my best here.
I know.
apologize, but it's okay, but I'm really happy. Just the fact
I
that
promise we will talk about it at some point
Once
in the
you
future,
are
and
ready,
you won't
we
want to
will-
hear the full explanation.
we will
at some point.
reconnect once the time is right. So Gina, a new member, a
Mm-hmm.
newish member of the band now, extremely accomplished musician. Even
Ridiculously accomplished.
Even before, she worked with Cirque du Soleil for a very long time. Can you tell me about the contributions that she's been making? If you can tell me about that time
I'm
of the new record, about the new stuff.
I'm not going to be a
What-
total dick about it.
No, you're not a dick.
No,
cool.
I mean, she's been an entirely welcome addition, and that doesn't. I don't mean that in the way that Pete wasn't. I mean,
Oh,
Pete
of
was
course.
very difficult to replace.
Sure.
And I wouldn't even say that we replaced Pete, because Pete's contribution to the band and Pete's time in the band was so monumental and so important for us that we currently would never want to do anything like disrespect any contribution that former members have put in. So the fact that Gina joined the band, and 3 years before that Seb and Nick joined the band and took the position of very important people to me,
Yes.
both musically and personally, and have been able to to allow the band to grow and prosper and become better. It's really a stupendous thing. I don't think I'm not even capable of giving enough lip service to it. I just like to say that in contrast to a lot of times where you get like the hired guns thing going on, you get these like session people, like, first of all, we don't make enough money to entertain that. Second of all, I never would fucking do that in my life, because that's the whole reason I started this band, was to do something personal and direct and immediate, and something that allowed me to express myself. To have found so many people along the way that are willing to, sometimes like get on a weird ride with me, and like, trust me, I feel super fortunate. Gina has been incredible since she joined the band.
Absolutely. Is there any, having played with Cirque du Soleil, I imagine she's a very, not just an advanced musician technically, but an extremely artistic musician.
And physical, like that performance was ridiculously physical too. So
100%.
Yeah, I mean it's. I don't want to like pat her on the back all the time and like boost her ego about it, but I'm pretty certain she's spent at least as much time as any of the rest of us on stage.
Oh, sure.
And doing things that were more coordinated and physically and creatively demanding than oftentimes what Baroness, that's just being 100% emotional about everything all the time. She had to control some of that so that she didn't get killed by, armatures and swinging acrobats and stuff like that. Like, when she tells me that some of the stuff that she did, I'm just like, well, you don't have to do that anymore.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is.
That whole production, everybody who's a part of that is incredible. So although we don't know that much about the record, we can say that it was like an entire band collaboration.
It always is.
Everybody puts their stuff to the
everybody's
table,
personality, more so than maybe on any other record. There is a very discernible amount of character from each of the 4 contributing musicians on the record.